everyone. It's the July 4th weekend, and I realize that I have 3.5 weeks until I have to go to the doctor to see my integrative oncologist and see how things are going. And so I've been reviewing all the stuff, all the Dr. Schulze cleanses and detoxes and the programs that I've been doing, and I'm feeling good, but we'll see how everything tests out. Anyway, I realized that I have actually been confusing or conflating two of the Dr. Schulze programs, and it is a little confusing. He's got the 30 Days Incurables Program, which is what I thought I was doing, but he's also got the 30-day detox / cleansing detoxification program. And there are some differences between the two programs, and I'm not sure that I got it all right the first time. And so I actually called the American Botanical Pharmacy people, the Dr. Schulze people, and talked to a wonderful person that they have there on staff called Jasmine, and she was just amazing. She spent an hour with me on the phone. We went through both the programs, and it's not an unusual confusion, and all of the products that you use are the same, with very few minor differences. But the sequences and how rigorous the programs are somewhat different. So I have here, this is the Incurables Program, which is what I thought I was doing. And then there's also, they have a 20 steps to health, which is, I kind of got them mixed up. I was thinking I was doing a 20-step Incurables Program. So for those of you who are interested in doing it absolutely the way it's supposed to be, go to their website and read everything, because it gets confusing. The main difference is that on the Incurables Program, if you have an actual disease, like I do, and you're not just trying to do it to be, just to maintain your health, then the first 30 days or so are really, everything has to be juiced. And there is no, eating anything cooked, or even the raw stuff, better to be juiced than consumed. And that's because apparently digestion takes up a lot of energy. And so when you juice everything, you're getting all the nutrients and stuff like that, but it's easier to digest. And yes, that's true, you're not getting all of the fiber, and that's why eventually you shift from the juicing everything to juicing and then eating raw. And then the third step is juicing, eating raw, and then adding cooked food. So the 20-step program is kind of what I've been doing, in the sense that he really sets out all of these other things besides just cleansing and detoxing, all of the other things that you need to do, because you really need to change your life. And so it includes, not just the diet, but number one is attitude. You have to be able to focus and commit 100% to this program. None of these programs are easy in the sense of, well, that's not true. They're simple, and they're not difficult to do, but they do require that you change your entire lifestyle. And so it's not just what you eat, it's exercise, it's getting rid of television, it's turning off the news, it's not sitting like a big lump all day at your computer hunched over. It's being happier with yourself and saying nice things to yourself. Like, I look at myself in the mirror after I take my shower and I say, "You're a cutie, you can do this." And my daughter thinks I'm a little nuts, but hey, she started saying it too. So attitude is really important. And when I first started on this program, right after my diagnosis in February. And it became clear that I was going to do everything that I could do first before I wanted any medical intervention, which I would look at as a last resort, not a first. I had a lot of people, friends and family, and, they all wanted to tell me about their support, but they also all wanted to tell me about their concerns. And obviously, I also had my own concerns. I also had my own anxieties, my fear. I had this big lump in my breast, and it was scary. And I told my friends and family, you know what? I understand. I'm not trying to, not listen, but you have to hold on to all of that and just let me focus 100% on doing everything I can do to reclaim my health, because it's not like I don't have my own anxieties, and listening to yours, no matter how well intentioned, doesn't help me focus 100% on the job of getting well. So in the 20 steps, the first step is attitude. And I speak also from my own experience with a dear friend of mine who passed away some years ago from lymphoma. And she just, on the one hand, she believed in all of this alternative stuff and eating and all of stuff like that. But the medical doctors had absolutely told her that she needed to do the chemo and she needed to do this. And if she did that, she would absolutely be able to live another 40 years. And she said none of the other people would guarantee that that would happen. Well, of course, there are no guarantees. But the difficulty with her was she just, I tried to interest her in a cleanse, and it was like, that's too much work, and I can't really, drink that much, and things like that. And I knew from her attitude that this would just be too difficult for her. So step number one is attitude. And you have to take all of your concerns and worries and doubts and fears and put them in a soundproof booth someplace and say, okay, I'll listen to you, when I have time. But right now I have to focus on changing my entire life. And it means changing what I eat, changing what I think, changing what I wear, changing what I do. But the amazing thing is that as soon as you change those things, your body responds almost immediately. So I have not quite 30 days until I have to see the oncologist at the end of July. And I kind of have slacked off a little bit because I've been doing all the cleanses for so many months that, when I'm not doing a cleanse, sometimes I've slacked off a little bit. And though the lump has become noticeably smaller, it's still there. But I feel good, my energy is great. I'm doing a couple of miles every day on the treadmill, plus walking a few miles every day with the dog. I'm being positive. I'm having more time to just actually have a life, not just think every single moment about what's going on with my breast. So I'm hoping that you'll join me on this journey, my journey with cancer, and if there's anything in there that helps you on your journey, then I'm really happy. So whether you call it the Incurables or the 20 Steps to a Healthier Life, there are some differences. Definitely there are some differences, and talk to the Dr. Schulze people about the differences. And I'm now sort of blending this into my own program for the next few weeks, which is that I'm becoming a little more rigorous, doing mostly juicing, though I did eat a big salad last night. Everything raw, organic, and fresh. And I am going to be doing the cleanses, one last round of cleanses, liver, kidney, and bowel. Now, I've done 3 bowel cleanses and several liver cleanses and a kidney cleanse in the past. So when I say that I'm going to do the bowel cleanse last, that's not to suggest that that's what you should do, because every person who wants to do any cleanse, you have to do the bowel cleanse first. If you don't do the bowel cleanse first, you really risk feeling sick and not getting any better, because all of the toxins are coming out of your tissues and your cells, and they're just sitting in your intestines. So do the bowel cleanse first, then do either the liver or the kidney or whatever you want to do. And so for the next 3.5 weeks, I'm going to be doing a liver cleanse, probably another kidney cleanse, even though I just finished one. For sure the liver cleanse, and finally to try and get rid of all of the toxins that have come, through this process. A final bowel cleanse before I go see the doctor. And then I'm going to keep my fingers crossed and see what the doctor says. I am also going to have a breast thermography, which is not something that the traditional medical people offer. And it actually just measures heat, and inflammation and cancer are, kind of produce the same effect. And so you can see it's non-invasive, it doesn't have any radiation, and it gives you basically a picture of what's going on inside without telling you what that is. So the last time when I had it in the baseline one done in March, the cancer, the tumor, was very noticeable as bright red, with the rest of the breast being, green and pale blues and greens, which is non-inflammatory. So when I go back to have the second one, I'm hoping that the red parts will be more, yellow, green, blue. Now, it won't tell you whether that red is cancer or sunburn or whatever, but it will give you a good sense of what's going on and whether the tumor is advancing or receding. So thank you. If you're interested, please like and subscribe. I'm going to do my best. It's hard because I don't have anybody to help me video. So this is me in the pilot house of my boat. I know the lighting isn't perfect, and when you live on a boat, you have boat hair, don't care, and no makeup. But I feel good, and that's what counts. Thank you.